probably. From the boat. Hopefully it's if not, don't choose better.
We'll see you next time.
Whatever that guilt trip comes out.
You know,
You like
Okay. All right, good morning everyone, and welcome. My name is Vince Nikaitis, and I'm the principal of Parkland Composite High School, and it is my privilege to act as the MC of this commencement ceremony for the Parkland Composite High School's graduating class of 2023. So we've got a couple of housekeeping items to go through. In case of this is our quick safety announcement. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, we do have 5 emergency exits located, 3 to the south, 1 to the east, and 1 to the north. Please meet at the muster point located on the sidewalk between Pine Grove and Parkland. We ask in the event that we have to leave the building that you don't get your vehicles and start driving off simply because there might be a traffic jam of people coming in. So, also, our washrooms are located over there behind that group of people, so there's washrooms there, and if you need to, there's washrooms over there. Without waiting any longer, I would like to bring in the PCHS grad class of 2023. They were walking a bit slower yesterday. I think the heat's getting to them a little bit, so. While we're waiting for people to get seated, I'd like to have Chloe Belcourt come to the podium here, please. She will do our Treaty 6 land acknowledgement.
Attention that Parkland Composite High School is a welcoming place for peoples from all around the world. We wish to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is Treaty 6 territory and is a traditional meeting ground, gathering place, traveling route, and home for many Indigenous peoples. Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. I would like to call Melissa Richard to come to the podium and lead the audience in the singing of our national anthem. Please rise, everyone. beautiful. Thank you very much. Welcome, parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends, and a warm welcome to our honored guests and special dignitaries, whom I have the honor of introducing as they address the graduates today. Joining us are Edson Trustees Fiona Fowler and Jocelyn Pettit, MP Honorable Gerald Soroka, MLA Honorable Martin Long, Edson Mayor Kevin Zahara, Yellowhead County Deputy Mayor Don Mitchell, Assistant Superintendent of Grand Yellowhead Public School Division, Dr. Kelly Harding. Joining me today are my assistant principals, Ryan Hall and Kristen Vassarov as well. Along with their commencement certificate, we have 7 students receiving a French immersion certificate. To earn a French immersion certificate, students must earn 30 credits that are instructed in the French language. This includes French language 30 and French social studies 30. Ms. Tanya Buehler will be presenting this certificate. Also, we have Stephen Ripkins taking pictures for us today. He'll be taking a picture of the grads as they get their certificates. It is now time to present the graduates.
Kristen Asen. Kristen's favorite memory from high school was the time when Mrs. Benz let her dissect a fetal pig after her biology diploma. After high school, Kristen plans to attend McCamey College to become a massage therapist. Kristen would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba for being her rock through the bumps along the way, Mrs. Benz for always giving her someone to lean on, and Ms. Wilcott for helping her find her confidence and showing her what she is capable of. Haley Agate. Haley's favorite memory was Christmas Spirit Week in grade 11, as she loved seeing everyone's amazing outfits. Haley's post-high school plans are still in the works, and would like to thank Mrs. Dixon, Mr. Billison, and Mr. Smith for all their support. Haley will miss being able to speak with some of her favorite people. Noah Ali. Noah's favorite subject was PE, as not only did he get to play sports, but he got to do it with his friends. Noah is planning on attending Red Deer Polytechnic to take kinesiology. Noah would like to thank Mr. Smith, Mrs. Benz, Mrs. Beeler, and Mrs. Bazaraba for always helping him when he needed it. As long as you try to do your best, God will do the rest. Ty Amel. Ty's favorite part of high school was being able to hang out with his friends every day. After high school, he plans to keep busy working. He will miss all the friends and connections he made in school. Cameron Appal. Cameron plans to attend McEwen University and pursue business after high school. He would like to thank his parents for lovingly motivating him to get his diploma. Cameron is going to miss seeing his friends every day. Emery Bacala. Emery will miss PCHS sports, such as football and rugby, and all the great connections he made through high school. Emery is planning on taking a year to work before starting college. Emery would like to thank all of his teachers who supported him, with a special shout out to Mrs. Beeler, Miss Yvonne, Mr. Aldred, Mrs. Basaraba, Mrs. Vick, Mr. Hall, and Mrs. Benz. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Anais Nin. Aaliyah Beck. Aaliyah is excited to graduate and would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Chloe Belcourt. Chloe will look fondly on her years at PCHS for all of the new people she met. Chloe plans to become a social worker after high school. Chloe would like to give a special shout out to Mrs. Goman, Mrs. Basaraba, Mr. Visser, and Mrs. Day for everything. Chloe will miss the school routine and all the lovely people here. Jada Belcourt. Jada's favorite memory of Parkland was her grade 10 English class with Mrs. Smith. From the long hour debates to sharing her obsession with Leonardo DiCaprio and the Backstreet Boys with her favorite teacher. She plans to take a year off before pursuing nursing. Jada would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba for never giving up on her, Mrs. Smith for being her favorite teacher, and her amazing family for being so supportive. Alexander Bell. Alexander's favorite part of Parkland was the snacks, nice teachers, and really good friends. After high school, Alexander plans to work in the trades. He would like to thank his friends and teachers for making Parkland a fun place to be. Micaiah Bentley. Micaiah is going to miss all the teachers and school activities at PCHS, especially Mr. Dye's stories and the Dr. Seuss musical, one acts, zones, and provincials. Micaiah plans to attend the Augustana campus at the University of Alberta, focusing on psychology. Micaiah would like to thank Miss Yvonne, Mrs. Dixon, and Mr. Dye for always being there to guide, teach, and support her, as well as Mrs. Basaraba for dealing with all her constant questions. Haley Bishop. Haley's favorite part of Parkland was playing silent ball in Mr. Smith's English class. After high school, Haley plans to take a year off to allow her time to decide what she wants to pursue at post-secondary. She will miss Mr. Smith, as he could always handle her jokes. Melania Blundell. Melania plans to go to NAIT next year and is excited to graduate. She would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Aspen Boxman. Aspen's favorite part of high school was being the curtain master for the school play this year, as well as the overnight sports field trips. She would like to thank Mrs. Benz, Mrs. Dixon, Mr. Dye, Mr. Smith, Mr. Coop, and Mr. Aldrich for their amazing support this year. Kieran Bradbury. Kieran's favorite memory at Parkland was the time spent in French class with his friends. He plans to study conservation biology at the University of British Columbia. Kieran would like to thank Mrs. Benz for teaching everything in the best way, and Mrs. Thieler for always having a friendly and welcoming environment in her classes. Kyra Broderson. Kyra's favorite high school memories are primarily related to playing volleyball and all the team trips she participated in. Kyra plans to take a year to finish up some courses before pursuing post-secondary in the field of pharmacy. Kyra would like to thank her family, especially her mom, for pushing her all of these years and keeping her motivated. Success don't rush, the greatest reward is the journey. Camden Butler. Camden plans to move to Edmonton after graduation to take a year off to decide on post-secondary. He would like to thank Mrs. Benz for all of their great morning chats before class. Caitlin Chapates. high school, Caitlin plans to attend Red Deer Polytechnic for automotive service technician. She would like to thank Mr. Sommerfeld and Mrs. Smith for being so supportive, as well as her parents and sister for helping her get through high school. Wherever you go in life, always go with your heart. Haley Charlebois. Haley will miss the wonderful Halloween celebrations at Parkland. She plans to take a year off before pursuing post-secondary in the field of psychology. Haley would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba for all of her support. Haley would also like to say, I finally made it, Jazzy. Thank you for watching over me. Caitlin Cody. Caitlin plans on attending post-secondary after graduation. She would like to thank her parents for always encouraging her to do her best and all of her favorite teachers. Caitlin will miss her friends at high school. Brayden Davidson. Brayden is excited to graduate and looks forward to attending Lloydminster for power engineering. He would like to thank all of the teachers that have taught him thus far. Cassie Davis. Cassie will miss playing basketball with her Parkland teammates. She plans to attend Lakeline College to become a vet tech and will miss hanging out with her friends. She would like to thank her family and friends as well as the teachers she has had in getting her through to graduation. Colson Davis. Colson's favorite high school memory was working on trucks in Mr. Hall's shop class. He plans to start his farming career after high school and would like to thank all his teachers for putting up with him. He will miss visiting with his friends. Dusty DeBruin. Dusty's favorite high school memory was shop class with Mr. Hall and Mrs. Dick, and wants to remind them that he was there to keep their lives interesting. He plans to join the workforce after high school and make lots of money. He would like to thank Mrs. Dick for putting up with him through high school and Mr. Hall for inspiring him to pursue mechanics. Avery DeBruin. Avery will miss her PSC Science 30 classmates this year. She plans to move to Calgary, take a year off, then look at pursuing environmental sciences. Avery would like to thank her mom for being her best friend and her dad for helping her get out of tough spots, like when her car lightly tapped the lamppost. She will miss her friends at school. When one door closes, just reopen it, because that's how a door works. Danielle Deschines. Danielle is looking forward to graduating and plans to go to university after high school to pursue psychology. She would like to thank her friends, family, and her dog Brandy for all of their support throughout their journey. Kyle Dixon. Kyle is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Kyla Drader. Kyla's favorite high school memory was the home volleyball tournament when they played in front of the whole school. She plans to attend the University of Alberta and pursue kinesiology. Kyla would like to thank her friends and family for all of their support. Jameson Drysdale. Jameson's favorite high school memory was when he dared Carson Hope to eat a moth and Mrs. Benz yelled, "Get that out of your mouth!" He plans to go to NAIT to become a plumber. Jameson would like to thank his parents for teaching him to be a strong, independent person, and he will miss his friends from Parkland. Devin Eaton. Devin plans to attend Olds College after graduation in pursuit of his welding ticket. He would like to thank his friends and family for supporting him throughout his high school journey. Tanner E. Tanner is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Logan Elder. Logan's favorite Parkland memory was going to Edmonton with his calculus class. He plans to attend university to study business and finance after high school. Logan would like to thank Mr. Kelly for being a great teacher and appreciated how much he cared for his students. Tyler Freeman. Tyler's favorite high school memory was building the shed with Mr. Gullison. He plans to work, specifically spraying bedliner and other custom work after high school. Tyler would like to thank Mr. Hall for his support. He will miss being able to hang out with all of his friends. Taya Garkas. Taya's favorite high school memory was life in grade 9 and making new, amazing friends. She plans to attend NAIT and pursue digital media and IT. Taya would like to thank all her teachers who helped create a path for success. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Gandhi. Zachary Hobbled. Zachary is excited to be graduating this year. He plans to work at his dad's communication company after high school. He would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba for all of her support. He is going to miss the summer vacations after graduation. Connor Hain. Connor is excited to be graduating and is looking forward to going to college, specifically to take NAIT Forestry Technology program. He would like to thank all of his teachers for their support throughout his high school. Paul Hines. Paul's favorite memory was picking on Mr. Gullison and plans to work on the farm after high school. Paul would like to thank all of his teachers for their endless support over the years. He will miss bugging them. Megan Hemsley. Megan's favorite high school memory was hanging out in Mrs. Beeler's classroom with her friends. She plans to take a year off before attending post-secondary. Megan would like to thank Mrs. Benz for being the best teacher, and Mrs. Beeler for great memories from French class. Megan will miss all the friends she made at Parkland. Andre Halloway. Andre is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Kevin Hwai. Kevin's favorite high school memory was when he was able to visit with friends in the Pacer Dome. He plans to attend the University of Alberta, studying computer sciences. He would like to thank his amazing and cool friend, Striker Janish, for being so cool and awesome. He will miss all the amazing math education at Parkland and his amazing math teacher, Mrs. Dixon. Coulter Hughesby. Coulter's favorite high school memory was the endless support provided by Mrs. Goman, who was incredibly patient with him as he finished his math course. He plans to become double-ticketed in welding and heavy-duty mechanics. He would like to thank Mrs. Goman, Mrs. Wilcott, Mrs. Basaraba, and Avery DeBrue. Striker Janish. And would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Xander Johnston. choose from. He plans to attend the University of Alberta to pursue mechanical engineering. He would like to thank everyone who helped him, including friends, teachers, and Google. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any directions you choose. Dr. Seuss. Leyland Kendall. Leyland is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Dustin Kennedy. Dustin is going to miss all of his friends from Parkland. After graduation, he plans to enjoy the flexibility with his time and get a decent job. He would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Sommerfeld. Live, laugh, love. Rachel Keelan. Rachel plans to attend McEwen University after high school and pursue a Bachelor of Commerce degree program. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for all of their support over the years. You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Dr. Seuss. Emerson Kirkness Field. Emerson is excited to graduate and would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Tiana Kroll. Tiana is excited to graduate and would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Rory Qantas. Rory is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Mika Kwasny. Mika's favorite high school memory was Pie Day, when students were able to smash pies into teachers' faces. She plans to attend Mount Royal University after high school. Mika would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba for all of her support and will miss seeing her friends every day. Never mistake my silence for weakness. No one plans a murder out loud. Emma Larka. Emma has so many amazing memories of Parkland. She plans to go into the healthcare field after high school. Emma would like to thank all of the great friends she made, and a special thank you to all her amazing teachers, especially Mr. Sommerfeld. Some of this class graduated with honors. I'm just honored to have graduated. Anastasia Larson. Anastasia's favorite high school memory is graduation. She would like to thank her family for their endless support through her high school journey. George Markland. George's favorite high school memory was playing football. He plans to work after high school. George would like to thank Mr. Hall for being an awesome mechanics teacher. He will miss all the friends he made at Parkland. Haley McLeod. Haley's favorite high school memory was the Halloween celebrations and hanging out with her friends. She plans to take a year off after high school. Haley would like to thank Mr. Dahl for helping her learn to tolerate social studies. Stay golden. Ethan McPherson. Ethan's favorite Parkland memory was picking on Mr. Aldred during gym class. He plans to work and travel after high school. Ethan would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba for pushing him to make sure he graduates, and his parents for their endless support. Olivia Miller. Olivia's favorite high school memory was Avery mothering her when she cut her finger in construction class. She plans to become a journeyman industrial painter. Olivia would like to thank Mr. Dye for always making his classroom feel like home. Maddie Mitchell. Maddie is excited to graduate and would like to thank all of her friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Carter Mole. Carter's favorite high school memory was hanging out in mechanics and construction with his buddies. He plans to take power engineering at NAIT, and then, and I quote, he will be earning and burning and snapping necks and cashing checks. He would like to thank all of the teachers at Parkland who helped make his high school career memorable. Brandon Moulton. On trucks in the shop class. He plans to attend NAIT to get his Red Seal Journeyman certificate as an automotive technician. He would like to thank his parents for loving, encouraging, and helping him to become the person he is now, as well as his Opa and Uncle Roo for inspiring a love of mechanics. Tyrone Moet Cardinal. To graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Jacob Muamba. Jacob's favorite high school memory was playing in the Zones final for basketball in Warrenville. He plans to play for the Edmonton Huskies in Edmonton, attending NAIT in the winter. He would like to thank his family and friends for being a great support system in all of his adventures. Megan Mullen. Megan's favorite high school memories took place in grade 11 and 12 as they were semi-normal. She plans to attend post-secondary after high school. Megan would like to thank all of her teachers who pushed her here and Mr. Smith for being her favorite teacher. JC Munn. JC is excited to graduate and would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Fiona Nazareth. Fiona's favorite high school memory was hanging out with her friends. She plans to attend MacEwan University after high school. She would like to thank all the teachers for their time and patience, especially her parents. Haley Nine. Haley is excited to graduate and would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Davy DeGee. Ella plans to attend the Alberta University of Arts in Calgary after high school. Ella would like to thank Mrs. Dixon for being a supportive, caring, and wonderful teacher. Do or do not, there is no try. Braden Oishi. During school breaks, such as ping pong, spike ball, and mobile video games. He plans to attend the University of Alberta for a science degree, eventually going to medical school to become a trauma doctor. Braden would like to thank his parents for always supporting him, as well as his friends and teachers. Lily Olson. Lily's favorite high school memory was going to Mr. Sommerfeld's class. She plans to attend college after high school. She would like to thank Mr. Sommerfeld for all of his support and encouraging her to do her best. Lily will miss seeing her friends every day. Braden Petrosky. Braden will miss all the Red Gate trips in the summer months. He plans to earn his journeyman heavy-duty mechanics ticket. Braden would like to thank his parents for helping him get from kindergarten to now, and will miss seeing his friends every day. Emma Peterson. Emma's favorite high school memory is Mrs. Berrubi's English class, as she made her class more enjoyable and included everyone. She plans to save money to attend post-secondary after high school. Emma would like to thank Miss Yvonne for all of her support through her high school journey, and she will miss all of her friends from Parkland. Jack Pfeiffer. Jack's favorite high school memories surround football and being with friends. He plans to continue welding and making mad dough. Jack would like to thank Mr. Hall for being an awesome teacher and Mrs. Berrubi for making him enjoy English class. Declan Pulak. Declan is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Carson Pope. Carson will miss going to Tim's for lunch with his friends. He plans to buy his own farm after high school. Carson would like to thank his dad for being so supportive, as well as his friends. Molly Reynolds. Molly's favorite high school memory was playing silent ball in Mr. Smith's class. Molly would like to thank Mrs. Basaraba for being her biggest support and finding a way to get me here regardless of how impossible it seemed. She will miss the fun she had on the overnight basketball field trips. Marissa Richard. Marissa's favorite Parkland memories were found in Miss Ben's science and math classes, as well as her senior phys ed classes with Mrs. Wilcott. She plans to attend McEwen University, pursuing a Bachelor of Arts. Marissa would like to thank her parents for their constant love and support, all of her teachers along the way, close friends, and her sister, who was always patient and forgiving with her. Dustin Richards. Dustin's favorite Parkland memories were made in shop class with Mr. Hall. He plans to become a mechanic after high school. Dustin would like to thank Mr. Hall for all of his support through high school and will miss being in his shop class. Devin Riggs. Devin is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Austin's favorite high school memory was joining the golf team in grade 12. He plans to join the workforce after graduation to see where that takes him. Austin would like to thank Mr. Gullison for making math more understandable and will miss seeing his friends every day. Jada Rupert. Jada's favorite Parkland memory was Miss Wilcott's senior phys ed class. She plans to attend the University of Alberta in the fall. Jada would like to thank her family for their support and keeping her going throughout high school. Avery Scheffelmeyer. Avery's favorite high school memory was going on lunch dates with her friends. She plans to pursue business after high school. Avery would like to thank Mrs. Vick and Miss Berrubi for their constant support. Can't we go back one page and do it all again? Logan Shufflemeyer. Logan is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Deanna Schroeder. Deanna will miss the time spent with friends at Parkland and hopes she will see them again in the future. She plans to work at Northern Towers after graduation. Deanna would like to thank Mr. Dye for helping her get through art class. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. Dolly Parton. Jordan Sharman. The Red Deer Polytechnic after high school, pursuing her Bachelor of Education. She would like to thank her friends and family for their endless love and support over the years. Rosalind Sharman. Rosalind's favorite memory was the time spent with friends in Mr. Summerfeld's class. She plans to take a year to work before attending either vet school or pursuing hairstyling. Rosalind would like to thank Ms. Bunis, Mrs. Benz, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, her parents for their unwavering love and support, as well as all the PCHS staff. Go home, give your pet a hug, and a treat. They deserve it. Brody Sidor. Brody's favorite Parkland memory is graduation. She plans to attend Northwest College after high school to become a community support worker. Brody would like to thank her parents, friends, and family for their support, and Jordan Sharman for helping her get all of her assignments handed in. Paige Sidoric. Paige's favorite Parkland memory was her entire grade 12 year. She plans to attend McEwen University for a Bachelor of Science. Paige would like to thank her friends and family who have always been there for her. Austin Smith. Austin's favorite memory was slicing his finger in forestry class. He plans to become an automotive technician after high school. Austin would like to thank Mr. Smith for always pushing him to do better. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Dalton Smith. Dalton's favorite high school memory was wrestling practice with Mr. Ripkins. He plans to save money and then find a career in the trades field. Dalton would like to thank Mr. Hall, Mr. Dye, Mr. Summerfeld, Ms. Berube, Mrs. Vick for making his last year of high school more entertaining and amusing than he thought possible. Dustin Spencer.
Morning, Mr. Spencer!
Dustin will miss going to Tim's with his friends. He plans to become a journeyman heavy-duty mechanic. He would like to thank the boys because they always knew how to make school more interesting, and Mr. Hall for listening to all his crazy ideas. Jared Stadnick. Jared is excited to graduate and would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers for all of their support. Seth Stahl. Seth's favorite part of Parkland was his social class with Mr. Dahl. He plans to pursue policing in Lethbridge. He would like to thank Mr. Smith for being a great teacher and Mr. Dye and Mrs. Benz for their patience. Nathan Stewart. Nathan's favorite memories were in the mechanics lab with Mr. Hall. He plans to attend culinary school after graduation. He would like to thank Mr. Coop for letting him help in the kitchen and Mrs. Basaraba for helping him as much as she did. Dawson Swoboda. Dawson's favorite part Dawson in math class. He plans to become a journeyman power line tower technician. Dawson would like to thank his parents for always pushing him to do his best and getting him to where he is today. Haley Thronson. Haley's most favorite part of high school were all the memories made in drama class. She plans to pursue graphic design after high school. She would like to thank Miss Yvonne for all of her support and Mrs. Dixon for encouraging her to open up. She will miss hanging out with her friends at Parkland. Grace Vanderhook. Grace's favorite Parkland memory was when winter break was extended a week due to the weather. She plans to join the workforce after high school. Grace would like to thank Miss Berube and Miss Bunis for their support and sweet personality. Alexander Vick. Alexander's favorite memory was the Palisades trips. He plans to take a year to figure out his life after high school. Alex would like to thank all his teachers from start to finish, with my friends and family who taught me and continue to teach me how to be a better human being. Noah Warren. Noah's favorite memories were found within Mr. Hall's mechanics class. He plans to become a natural gas compression mechanic after graduation. Noah would like to thank Mr. Hall for helping him get into the apprenticeship program and his parents for pushing him through school. Tayson Watson. Tayson's favorite memory was when he took the first aid course with Mrs. Vick in grade 9. He plans to join the workforce after graduation. Tayson would like to thank all of his teachers for their support through the craziness of the past few years, COVID and wildfire evacuations. He will miss coming to school and spending time with his friends. Heidi Wells. Heidi's favorite Parkland memories were hanging out with her friends. She plans to become an RN after graduation. Heidi would like to thank her parents and teachers for the support through the years and encouraging her to continue her education. Do I have to wait for the bell to walk the stage too? Kasia Witchen. Kasia's favorite memories include hanging out with her friends. She plans to pursue forensic after high school. Kasia also said Mrs. Basaraba could add in a random fact of her choosing in this reading. So Kasia would like to thank the Pacer mascot Cobalt for all of his support. Ella Wolf. Ella's favorite Parkland memory was her senior year basketball team and how close they got to attending provincials. She plans to attend Georgian College and play on the varsity basketball team and continue to be as awesome as her mom. She would like to thank her parents and brother as they have always been her biggest fans. Usually they save the best for last, but in this case, I guess second last. And finally, Deborah Yoon. Deborah's favorite high school memory was hanging out with friends and the number of trips that were taken to Tim Hortons during lunch. She plans to attend the University of Alberta next year, pursuing honors physiology and eventually attending medical school. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for all of their support.
Today, we're privileged to have special dignitaries join us for our celebration and say a few words. At this point, I would like to call upon and welcome the Grand Yellowhead Public School Division Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kelly Harding.
Hi, good morning everyone. Can I just ask everybody, this amazing, beautiful cohort graduates 2023, round of applause for all of them. And graduates, all of you have now received your diploma exam, so the tassel goes up and over. And that is your celebration, like, wow, you guys did it. You are amazing, congratulations. Well, graduates, I bring you like I said, a hearty congratulations on your completion of this wonderful milestone. Listening to where you're going next, how many of you are going off to NAIT, how many of you are going to McEwen, how many of you are going to Calgary. You are going to have each other. That network, that family that you have here as a PACER isn't going anywhere. You just have to make sure that when you land and you get settled, that when you see each other in the hallways, in the quad, you connect and you take those few minutes to tell each other how things are going, how your classes are going, and you continue to rely on each other and the friendships that you already have established. This is such an important time for you. It's a time of choices and decisions, but it's also a time of celebration. It is a time of joy, but it's also a time of reflection as you prepare to say goodbye to seeing your friends every day. So many of you acknowledged that when you were talking about, what's going to happen next. All of you, I think without an exception, said that the best part of your experience here as PACER was your friendships, the relationships you had with your peers, with your teachers. And that's going to be a change. But here's the good news. Where you're going next, you are going to find new friendships. You're going to have great relationships with your professors, with your instructors, with the teachers that you encounter in the next leg of your journey. And additionally, in a few months, you're going to be saying goodbye to your families in order to attend those post-secondary programs or the industry training institution, the polytechnical, or as you head out for that year of travel that you've been saving for. Whatever your year looks like next year, don't forget to appreciate right now what you've accomplished. And so many of you acknowledged the people in this room. All of you acknowledged how your families, your extended families, encouraged you, supported you. They're not going to not be there for you anymore either. Every single one of them wants you to flourish. This fall, you'll be embarking on that new journey, and one will be very different from the past 13 years. This new journey will bring you new challenges, and it will demand hard work and commitment from you for your goals. As you step forward into whatever you encounter next, never forget, you are resilient. You have the skills to be perseverant. Everything you need to be successful, you have within you. You've proved you have the ability to learn. You are a learner. The ability to overcome obstacles. How many times have you packed and unpacked and repacked and packed and again? The courage to ask for help. We heard you say how when you were thanking the staff, when you were thanking your teachers, you went to them and you trusted them to provide you with that assistance. And how many of you thanked your classmates and your friends? You have compassion for each other. So as I look around here today and I see the faces of everyone here, I see your peers, your family members, your teachers, your supporters. They're all cheerleaders for you towards this celebration. You have a lot of people that love you, who care about you, and want you to thrive. So grads of 2023, I wish each of you the best for your future. And no matter how far you soar, always remember this community is so very proud of you. All the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Harder. At this time, I'd like to introduce and welcome the Mayor of Edson, Mr. Kevin Zahara, and ask him to address the class of 2023.
Holy smokes, I don't think I've seen such a large amount of people in this gymnasium for grad. Isn't this grad class amazing? You know, over the last number of years, this grad class has overcome so many challenges. And it just goes to prove that no matter what mountain is in front of you, you guys will overcome it. You actually will fly right over it, because from here on in, the world is your oyster. You can do anything you want, anything you dream of. Don't let anything stop you from accomplishing what you want to become, and be true to yourself. As was stated earlier by Dr. Kelly Harding, keep those relationships that you have with your friends, because as you move on to the next phase of your lives, those connections may start to fade because you're going to be going in different directions. But the friendships you have today are the things that you need to cherish moving forward in your lives. Keep this in mind as you move forward, that there is nothing at all to stop you from pursuing your dreams and your goals. I do want to recognize a few individuals here today that are graduating that I'm incredibly proud of and had the opportunity to work with on the Mayor's Youth Council. Kieran, where are you? Noah and Brayden. These young men were fantastic youth counselors, provided so much to the community, and I really appreciate getting to know you over the years. We are going to miss you on youth council, but thank you for all your contributions. Now, I have to tell you, some parents sent me some stories about some of the kids that they wanted me to share here today. Embarrassing stories. Are you guys ready for this? You're very lucky, because I have a time limit here, so I have to do this quickly. So I'm only going to mention one person. And, you know, I think it's really important that Jordan knows that she probably should not become a baker. I heard that when she baked cookies one time, it didn't turn out so well. So Jordan, maybe pursue a different career path, okay? And maybe, just maybe, don't become a taxi cab driver, because I hear you got pulled over a few times in the last year. And maybe don't be like your mom. Don't be like your mom, because she scares very easily, so probably don't want to be a police officer either. So just some words of advice. On that note, graduating class of 2023 here at Parkland Composite High School, on behalf of Town Council and the entire community of Edson, congratulations on your graduation. And now we have to do a selfie, so make funny faces if you like.
Thank you, Mrs. Sierra. Our next dignitary is the Deputy Mayor of Yellowhead County, Ms. Dawn Mitchell. Welcome, Ms. Mitchell.
Sorry, I'm not. Hi, everybody. I'm not like the ones before me. I gotta have a speech. I'm sorry. On behalf of Yellowhead County, I am truly honored to stand before you and congratulate the graduating class of 2023, especially when my Mayoral is in the graduating class. First, I'd like to acknowledge the teachers, school staff, parents, and families who have supported our graduates throughout the years. You've been through a lot, and I recognize that even when you were unsure and struggling these past few years, you showed up every single day for these young adults and told them everything would be okay, that they would be fine, that you would be right there beside them. I want you to know that because you never quit, because you showed up every single day in, day out, sometimes as your best self, sometimes as your raw, truly human self, you role modeled how to persevere and work through a perfectly imperfect world and life, and they are sitting here cap and gown and smiles on their faces as a result of your efforts and your sacrifices. Your role modeling has and always will be the key to their success. You have taught and continue to teach them how to navigate rough waters while waiting for the storm to pass. And I promise you, graduates, the storm always, always passes. So thank you, parents, teachers, school staff, and families. You've done a great job. Now, graduates. From a pandemic to most recently wildfires, floods, and blizzards, no locusts yet, though I've heard rumors. Is that too soon? No. There have been a lot of things thrown at you over the last few years that have had an impact on your life and on your schooling. Take these skills with you throughout your life and career. They are your tools in your tool belt, and they will set you apart from the rest. No matter where life takes you geographically, I would encourage you to be a service to your community, however that may look to you, whether it is part of your job, volunteering, or just being a good neighbor. It's something I would encourage you to do throughout your lifetime. Staying connected with your community, wherever that may be, will keep you grounded, and when things get tough, it will help remind you just how truly valued and valuable you are. I hope you chase down every opportunity that comes your way. Do not shy away, and don't let fear of the unknown stand in your way. Look at what you've come through these past few years. Complete unknown. You've got this. I also want to challenge you to continue to test yourself every single day. Find innovative ways to complete tasks and make new discoveries. Embrace the mistakes you will make, knowing that each one of those mistakes is there to teach you something valuable if you're willing to pay attention to the lesson. Every single one of you has the ability, the knowledge, and the resources to create the life that you have always wanted. All you need to do now is go get it. On behalf of Yellowhead County Council and staff, I would like to extend our most heartfelt congratulations. Enjoy your celebrations, graduates. You deserve it.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. At this point, I would like to call up and welcome Grand Yellowhead Public School Division's Edson trustees, Ms. Jocelyn Pettit and Ms. Fiona Fowler.
Good morning, graduates, staff, family, and friends. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jocelyn Pettit, and I'm one of the trustees for Edson and area. And I bring greetings and offerings of some gifts on behalf of the Board of Trustees for Grand Yellowhead Public Schools. Graduates, congratulations on your completion of this wonderful milestone. The first of many that will become important markers of your success and cherished memories. The past 3 years certainly did not provide a typical high school experience, but I will tell you of the benefit you did gain. The benefit of challenge is knowing what you are capable of. I will say this again because there will be so many times ahead when you will face hardships. The silver lining of the challenge is learning self-awareness and the opportunity to show yourself that you can persevere. As your Board of Trustees, we have a vision for every one of you, that you will fulfill your potential and pursue your dream. That you exit your public school education with GYPSD, you possess the knowledge and skills you require to succeed in the next part of your journey. Whether that journey is to attend university, college, or polytechnical, pursue an apprenticeship or career training, or enter the world of work. Our hope for you is that you find meaning and purpose in your life's work and that you never stop learning. We are proud that your time with GYPSD has given you a great foundation because of the core values we as your board uphold in our work. This year, many of you walking the stage I have known since kindergarten or through your elementary and middle school years. I have seen you grow into capable young adults, strong citizens, and caring individuals with the world at your fingertips. Your futures are infinite possibilities, and I'm excited to see where each and every one of you go from here. So as one of your trustees, we offer these values to you, our graduates, as gifts and I will pass this on to Trustee Fowler. Thank you.
Wow, it is great to see everybody. So many familiar faces. Watching you all grow up, seeing your parents, seeing your family. Wonderful. Congratulations to everyone. I'm Fiona Fowler, your other trustee. And as Trustee Pettit said, we have these values, our gifts to you. The first gift we give to you is the gift of rigor. Always work hard and do your best. When tackling new learning, focus on what is in front of you and give it all your attention. Be thorough. Lean into challenge and give yourself the opportunity of knowing you gave it your all. The second gift we give to you is the gift of integrity. Integrity is the practice of being honest and showing a consistent and uncompromising adherence to your good character. The modern world is entertained by drama and negativity and encourages young people to take shortcuts. What we know is the right thing to do is often also the hard thing to do. Having integrity means you can remain strong in the face of adversity or pressure to abandon your promises or commitments. Our third gift to you is the gift of courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. If you were not afraid, you would not need courage. When you are afraid, reach into yourself and find your courage. It lives within you and is there to support you when you do not think you are capable, good enough, strong enough, or smart enough. You are. Courage is your gift when you are afraid. Courage tells you, yes, you are afraid, so I am here. Go for it. Our final and most important gift we offer to you is the gift of compassion. Believe me when I tell you that everyone feels and experiences pain and suffering, whether it is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, or psychological. Human beings need the support of others. I invite you to consider right now, when you feel low, sad, lost, confused, when you suffer, what do you need? Probably you do not need judgment or pity. What you need is support and empathy. You need kindness, a listening ear, some help. We all need the same thing. We all need compassion. And the only way we get compassion is from each other, from each of you who are out there. Give it freely. And if compassion is the gift that you give away the most, I promise that you can get it back. It is invaluable to the enrichment of your own character and will grow exponentially in those fortunate to be around you. High tides lift all boats. In conclusion, graduates, here are your gifts, and I encourage you to embrace them, live them, and share them everywhere you go. Rigor, integrity, courage, and compassion. May the next leg of your journey bring you incredible joy. Never stop learning, and wherever you go, always know how very proud you have made us today. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you, Ms. Pettit. Thank you, Ms. Fowler. At this point, I'd like to call up and welcome MLA Honorable Martin Lum to give the 2023 MLA Exemplary Graduate Award.
Thank you, Principal Takaitis, and thank you, folks, for allowing me to join you today for this celebration. You know, each year as I prepare to attend graduation ceremonies, I encourage youth who are about to embark on a journey of life that has their parents and loved ones absolutely terrified. I take a moment to reflect on my own years in high school, my own graduation. You know, I could never understand why I had to learn trigonometry or read Lord of the Flies. I'm not sure if you guys still read that. I hope you don't, because it's one of the worst books I've ever read. Sorry. Or I couldn't understand why I had to remember when Hannibal went across the Alps with a bunch of elephants. But over the years, I've come to realize that the time in school wasn't about teaching us what to think, but rather it's to teach us how to think and how to learn. So learning how to learn has been just as much about the struggles you faced and overcome, or the missteps you made along the way and how you corrected them. It is through this process that true knowledge has been gained. In today's celebration, taking home your graduation certificate isn't simply showing that you've met a set of required tasks, but rather that you have the ability to learn and to achieve what you set your focus on. Thinking about this graduation class in particular, I also reflected on something that my parents used to say to me when I was a youth. They told me how good I had it. It was so much easier for me than it was for them. My parents apparently had to walk to school uphill both ways, to and from, through 3 feet of snow, through the fall, winter, and the spring. So now, I'm not sure if those stories still go around through households, but this class, this particular class, of all the ones that I get to talk to this year, has gone through a pandemic, through fires and evacuations, floods, a bit of snow, and I think today we can all agree that you guys can tell your parents that they had it easy. They had it good, right? Whatever journey you guys take from here, I have no doubt that you will be able to accomplish it, especially given that you've accomplished this feat through such incredible challenges. So congratulations. The 2023 exemplary graduates, this award that our office provides is to a student who's nominated by their school as someone that has persevered and excelled during this past year, as someone who believes in community engagement, volunteerism, and service before self. This student is recognized as someone who will help others, who shows resiliency and determination, and who displays compassion and empathy for those around them. I've summed this award up as being a student with impeccable character. This year's recipient of the 2023 MLA Award for Exemplary Graduate is Xander Johnston.
Thank you, Mr. Rom. At this point, I'd like to call up and welcome the Honorable Gerald Soroka, MP for Yellowhead.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, and especially to the graduating class of 2023. Let's hear it for them. So I know what the majority of people are thinking right now. How long is this guy going to be? And the rest of you are thinking, how did he get a chair and I have to stand on the outside all the time? So don't worry, it's going to be not much longer before the grad is over with. Many of the previous speakers have spoke about the resilience and the things that this class had to go through: pandemics, floods, evacuations, for fires. So you can tell that life continually keeps changing. And that is the most important thing that I hope you have learned from the horrible experiences that you've had to deal with throughout your short life so far. But no matter what career path you're planning on choosing, if it doesn't work out for you, don't worry about it. That's just, once again, another life experience that you have to deal with, move on, grow from it, and experience a new direction. And trust me, if you can adapt as you have had to adapted through these last couple years already, you don't have to worry, you will succeed. And make sure whatever direction you choose and whatever commitment you have, you want to engage with the community, you want to make sure that the goals you set are for yourself, and you will judge success based on your goals you set, not how others judge you. And if you can be successful and accomplish all of your goals, You will have a great life and a great career and many friends to enjoy. As you have said previously, you're going to lose or miss your friends as you graduate. So if you can live your life that well and fulfill, you will have a great life. I'd also like to thank all the parents, grandparents, family, friends, and teachers for making your journey that much better and growing with you at the same time. So on behalf of the Government of Canada, congratulations, class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Soroka. We are very proud of this year's valedictorians. Students' extracurricular activity, overall presence within the school, and above all, academic excellence are carefully considered in selecting this position. It was a very close race, which ended up in a two-way tie. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's valedictorians are Kieran Bradbury and Deborah Young. And they will now address the graduating class in English.
Thank you for the introduction. At this point, good afternoon, family, friends, teachers, and my fellow members of the class of 2023. I'm Kieran Bradbury.
And I'm Deborah Yoon. We are so honored to be able to get this opportunity to speak in front of you guys together as this year's valedictorians. We would like to begin by congratulating the class of 2023 and all of the hard work that they have put into getting to this day. With everything that we've experienced in the last few years, it would not be an exaggeration to say that our high school careers was one that was unique from every other class that has graduated so far from Parkland Composite. We have admittedly taken a little bit of a different approach with our speeches today, and with there being two of us, we decided that it would be best if we took turns to share our stories and our own personal things. So, I've been told that when I get nervous, I talk super fast. You can already tell because I'm shaking. So Kieran gets the responsibility of letting me know if I become inaudible. Before I continue on any further though, I would like to first extend my appreciation to everyone that is here with us today to celebrate the incredible moment of all the graduates' accomplishments, successes, and hard work for the past 12 years. Our class has been through so many unimaginable challenges, and with everything that happened in the happenings throughout the last 4 years, our seem to be filled with what we may believe should be the typical high school experience. Yet, we were limited in our opportunities due to unforeseen circumstances. In the midst of all the chaos that has occurred, even up to the most recent happenings with the fires, we persevered and we have pushed through the difficult times, having made it to a stage today. I would like to show my deepest gratitude towards those who have played a huge role in making this moment possible. My family, for being here with me today, and for all of the support that they have provided me continuously throughout my life. They have stood as my greatest role models and cheerleaders, who have led and inspired me towards all of my successes and achievements. I truly thank my parents for all of the sacrifices that they have made for me, and would like to acknowledge the hardships that they have encountered for the benefit of mine. I would also like to thank my friends for always motivating me through the days I was not motivated, and to our grad class for the numerous memories and contributions that they have made in my high school career. Finally, I'd like to thank our school administrators and the many teachers that have guided us in the very paths that we are taking today. Their dedication has played a huge role in making our lives and have impacted us all in one way or another. There are so many wonderful teachers that I would like to point out, but I would like to briefly acknowledge a few individuals who have greatly inspired my academic pursuits in the sciences. Mr. Anderson, Ms. Benz, and Ms. Blacker. You guys have pushed me to become the best possible version of myself and have opened up so many opportunities throughout my time in Parkland, both within and outside the classrooms. Now, I just want to look back really quickly on a memory that I have from my elementary school years. I remember sitting in the West Haven Library after being assigned our school emails for the first time, wondering what the 23 in front of our initials stood for. When learning that this was to be the year that we would all graduate from school, I remember a loud sighs that came out of us West Haven alumni, as the year 2023 seems like a lifetime away when it's only 2013. Another memory that I can think of are the number of hands that were waving down the hollies in Pine Grove with the hopes that one of the super tall and super cool graduates would give us high fives as we walked through the school in their gowns. Just yesterday, however, we became the super tall and super cool graduates. This shared story may not exactly be the same as what you had personally encountered, but I hope that I was able to revive your own memories on the steps that you had taken to reach this point. It's honestly scary thinking how fast the years have gone by, and with now being our last day with Parkland, we can only anticipate how much quicker time will go before we look back on this day and realize how long ago our high school days have been. All of us graduates have had our own unique stories of trials and tribulations in order to be seated here today. The challenges and successes that each individual encounters is different, being so obvious as we are all different people. However, I truly hope that regardless of the experience you had in high school, you're able to grow from it, find some kind of joy through it, and leave with memories that you'll be able to look back on in the future. The hard work and effort that every single one of us had put in should not go unrecognized. However, it is also the hard work of all of those who have surrounded us for the past 18-ish years that is being reflected through us right now as well. As we close a chapter of our high school days and enter the start of another, everyone will be diverging into the different paths that we found our interests and curiosities in. The familiar faces that we had grown up alongside within this small-knit community would all be going our separate ways. Still, further along in the future, we would all be looking back at the numerous accomplishments and funny occurrences which all lie in this exact building of PCHS. I'm so grateful to be able to walk the stage with the many incredible graduates of the class of 2023 and would like to congratulate us all once more for experiencing this incredible day. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. I can't lie and say I didn't consider the possibility of being this year's valedictorian. With all the incredibly intelligent and capable members of this grad class, I never thought about that possibility too hard. And another thing that never crossed our minds was the possibility of sharing the stage, but I couldn't be more happy than to share the stage with one of my best friends. And, sorry, getting a little flustered up here, guys. And Deborah also has the same responsibility, clearly, to try and keep me from stuttering or going too fast, as you know, a little stressful. But while today is about all the graduates here, and I promise I'll get to you in this speech, for one moment, I'd like to steer the attention towards myself. My oldest friends might remember me dressing up as various biologists for career day throughout elementary school, and perhaps, unsurprisingly, that seems to be the direction my life is taking. My dreams and goals have been shaped by my parents and their careers as biologists. They have inspired me from my earliest years and encouraged me to follow my dreams, no matter where those took me. But funnily enough, it seems like my dreams are leading me right back to them, and I think that proves how important my parents are. There hasn't been a moment in my life where my parents have not done the best for me and my sister, and I want them to know it's people like them who make a difference, in both the lives of those closest to them, but who make change in the world. And one day, I hope to live to be someone like them. My teachers have also made an incredible impact on my aspirations. 2 science teachers have really stood out for me in my educational career, and I know they have left positive impacts on my peers as well. I think that Mr. Dabby and Ms. Benz are deserving of extra praise as exceptional teachers who have had a genuine impact on my life. But not only do my parents deserve thanks, but every parent, guardian, and family member who's been there for this grad class deserves so much praise. From little things, like my parents helping me with my homework late at night, to all the parent volunteers who chaperone field trips or organize events like our graduation, to the 18-year commitment you have all made to us, deserves more thanks than I can give. But I hope you realize that every one of your graduates is here today because of your efforts. And for one moment, I would like to express my gratitude and the thanks of every student who has taken a French class for the work put in by our French teachers. Their efforts have opened so many more doors for each of us and made another life-changing difference in our futures. As students in a small community and smaller schools, we all got to know both our teachers better and each other better. For me, as a French immersion student, I've been surrounded by many of the same teachers and friends for an incredible 13 years. Having known each other for so long, we have been lucky enough to share in so many memories. I can still recall scrambling to complete French conjugation tests in Mr. Wamba's grade 5 class as the Mission Impossible theme played. Of course, that was grade 5, and this is grade 12, but I can't lie, I still feel like I'm in grade 5 every now and then. So as we change, we stop being the people our friends knew in grade 5 and start to become the adults we are now, as scary as it is for me to say. We have grown as people to each become someone better and better, and I hope, as we grow in our own separate ways, we each go on to be people who make a difference, small or big. I can look out to the audience and see people I can recognize from the West Haven playground. or the Pine Grove hallways, and I think that's part of what's special about growing up in Edson. Now that I have seen these same people become adults, I start to realize the value of our growth together and start to appreciate the acts of kindness my peers have made over the years. There's never been a moment in any of my classes where someone wasn't willing to lend a hand to a peer who needed help. Every class is built around the cooperation of the students, and it's their sharing of knowledge from one graduate to another that goes on to help every one of us. Without the time taken to explain a confusing concept or to help review unsure answers, none of us would be as capable as we are today without our classmates. Our grade is obviously filled with, for lack of a better word, its own cliques. But I believe as a whole, everyone here is here for each other. And the kindness of my peers is something to be appreciated and reciprocated. I know that their help has helped me more than I can possibly realize, and I hope they have made an equally positive impact on everyone else who's walked the stage today. I feel so honored not only to be awarded the privilege of being a valedictorian, but to be graduating alongside so many wonderful people. Too many memories have been formed over the years to share them all, but I want my friends to know I am so thankful that we have met and thankful for our years together. The heart of any school experience is in the teachers, and really there are too many to name, which are all such excellent people, and without their compassion and dedication, none of us would be anywhere close to where we are today. My family, I need to thank you one last time. Thank you so much for cheering for me after every success or failure. To Mom, Dad, and Meg, you are the best people to have grown up with. And to all the other graduates, you are all such impressive and resilient people. Not only have you gone through a global pandemic, as tiring as it is to hear about it, but in just the last 2 months, we've nearly burned down twice, and somehow, you're all still graduating. I hope that if you have younger family members, they look up to you, because I know you deserve to be their inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen and Deborah. Well done. I couldn't tell you were nervous at all. Fantastic job. It's hard to follow that. At this point, I'd like to call up and welcome Kristen Asen and Jacob Mwamba for the student thank you to staff. Mr. Visser and Ms. Wilcott will respond.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jake Mwamba, and alongside me today is Kirsten Asen. We would like to congratulate the class of 2023, and most importantly, thank the teachers for playing many different roles in your journey to being here. You all have dealt with more than you signed up for, between quarantine, evacuation, and at times, our miserable attitudes.
Sadly, we cannot fit everyone into our speech, but we do thank you all for being our voice of reason. You are the molds that create our community. We can't thank you enough. To start us off, we would like to thank Benz. Miss Benz could put us in our place when we needed it, but was one of the most charismatic people you'll ever meet. She's been with us from the start of grade 9. She's watched Carson eat a moth, Brody shove her whole fist in her mouth, and Jameson run around the classroom shouting, "Suck it, Kyla," because he got better on a test than her. And yes, he did fall over a desk. Ben's found ways to keep us engaged throughout the chaos, even if that meant traumatizing her bio 30s by making Blacker show us a video of a woman giving birth. You should have seen Jacob's face.
I've recovered since. Now to the man that always kept our egos in check. Not that his always was. Hopefully you didn't think I would have left you out, Mr. Smith. I'll never forget having to read as Romeo in our Shakespeare unit. He found joy in changing everyone's roles while reading the play, but had no problem leaving me as Romeo.
The rest of the class would like to thank you for the free entertainment. Not only did we have to put up with Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith did as well. She deserves a special thank you as she's been on this roller coaster of events since the beginning of middle school at Pine Grove, cheering us on the whole way.
In all seriousness, Mr. Smith is one of a kind. He has always been there for us in times of struggles and always acted accordingly in attempts to make the students as comfortable as possible whilst in his classroom. Thanks, Smitty. This next man, although he doesn't teach here at Parkland, has absolutely earned the right to be mentioned. Mr. Davy has been a part of my life since the beginning of middle school. I always felt like I needed to prove a point to him to save myself from getting the notorious, oh my gosh, or from getting a letter from my parents because he told them my behavior wasn't up to par. Whether it was school, life, or sports, there was always something valuable to take away from his advice. Although I didn't fulfill his dream of going to the next level for basketball, hopefully I made him proud by making it this far. I'm still waiting on that 1v1. I'm not sure if many of you have gotten the courtesy of being taught by your parent, but it comes with its pros and cons. The times a 5-minute trip to Walmart to pick up batteries turned into a 45-minute meet and greet because he just seen a student he taught 15 years ago. Or the times I'd be jealous because he treated students like his own family. But that's what makes him who he is. My dad, Mr. Muamba. Those who got the chance to have attended West Haven, whether he taught you or not, knew that he was hard to miss. Always energetic, short, sometimes bald, and ready to educate the next generation of students. Although he may have last taught us 7 years ago, I believe he has played an integral role in who we are today.
I would also like to give a huge personal thank you to Mrs. Basaraba. She's been my rock through all the good and the bad. Mrs. Basaraba never taught me personally, but she's held me up through the greatest tests and lessons of life. And that alone makes her one of the best teachers yet. Me and my family would like to thank you for believing in me the whole way. I can certainly speak for other students as well when I say you made an irreversible impact on all our lives. The next teachers we would like to thank have been here since the beginning as well. We share more memories with them than we can count, and we could be here all day sharing them with you all.
Ms. Wolcott, Mr. Visser, this is for you.
You guys were a different type of tough. You taught us all through a screen. This was back when we didn't even get a choice on whether we take gym class or not. Therefore, majority of the grade 9s wouldn't participate as it was. So trying to keep us active during quarantine was an extra burden. I'm sorry to say, but I guarantee 98% of us didn't do the workout videos you assigned. Some definitely just watched it and answered the eerily specific questions you asked. I can't promise you I didn't do this more than once or twice.
I once hurt my knee in one of Visser's volleyball practices. I don't vividly remember what he told me at the time, but I'm willing to guess it was a Star Wars quote. I don't think my knee injury was as funny as the time Viss was walking out of the gym doors on a winter day and slipped onto his behind. To this day, I don't think he knows I've seen it happen. Although we may not have shared too many memories together, it was always a pleasure to share hellos with each other in the hallway and to have shared one mediocre volleyball season.
Wilcott holds a special place in all her senior phys ed's hearts. She's one of the most confident, strong, and driven women you'll ever meet. She doesn't take no for an answer, and that is one of her best qualities. I'll be the first to admit, when I came to Parkland in grade 9, you wouldn't ever have convinced me to get up on this stage. Never in a million years could I have guessed I would be here. But thanks to Wills, I found that confidence. She showed us that without being the best, you can still enjoy life. Obviously, she's the best at everything. Anyone she's ever taught already knows this. Some of my favorite memories were when I spent all those hours volunteering with you and getting to know you personally.
My favorite memories of her were letting her win in several sports, just so she'd be in a good mood for the rest of the day. But in all seriousness, thank you for being an amazing role model, Wills.
Teachers have a significant influence on our lives. They influence our lives by passing on their wisdom, and they never fail to inspire us to dream, fight, and never give up. They work tirelessly every day to ensure our success. It's critical to recognize and honor the teachers who have devoted their lives to ensuring we have the future we strive for. Every student who has and will walk on this stage has had at least one of you cheering us on. You make this world a better place. You've been patient and kind the whole time. From the whole class of 2023, thank you.
I'm excited to hear the response.
Nothing like giving a speech after crying. All right. Thank you, Jacob and Kristen. That was an awesome speech. Good morning, grads, friends, and family. And I'd like to say a special hello to all the graduates that I see out there. It's lovely to see you as well. Andrew and I were honored to be asked to do the toast to the grads. This grad class holds a very special place in our hearts.
We were struggling a little bit when we were trying to come up with this speech, so we thought we'd take a page out of your guys' books, and we asked ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, to write it. Just kidding, we're too old to know how to do that. And we also have some original thoughts.
Speak for yourself, mister. I'm certainly not old, and original thoughts are hard for me. I'm just a gym teacher. But as physical education teachers, we get to see students in a very different environment, not bound by the creative limitations of math or the laws of science. Nothing shows you the true character of a student like an intense game of dodgeball or 9 square.
Yeah, or tests your patience like trying to play 9 holes of golf with Tanner Eek.
Yeah, that does require a lot of patience. Avery did have to buy him a cake as a reward for finally not swearing in my class. But think how much patience your social students needed having a gym teacher for their diploma course.
Hey, the kids loved me. Just ask Kevin why. We had many in-depth conversations about the best Among Us strategies and how to not be sus. Or Connor Hain, who spent every lunch hour in my room discussing the finer points of the Soviet-Afghan War. Plus, if you've ever been in my class, you'll know that they love my nicknames. Big J, Baby J, the Pope Meister, Dusty Boots, Wolfington, T-Bone Malone, and my personal favorite, Seagull.
Have you thought about the nicknames that they've given us? Vicinator? I've had a few over the years, like Willie Wilcott, maybe even Drill Sergeant. But my favorite nickname was given to me by this group, Wills. I will never forget Jacob Muamba running around the football field yelling, Wills, Wills, every time there was a missed call.
Yeah, thank goodness he quit the volleyball team where I would have had to listen to that.
It's just a part of his swag, this. These stories are just a small glimpse of the connections we've built with the graduating class. And while we are excited to see what they do next, they will be greatly missed by all of the staff at Parkland.
Outside of all the funny stories, these students have put in some serious work academically, but also by volunteering endless hours to make the school and community a better place.
Students like Kristen Asen, who sacrificed her own time to help with sporting events, fundraisers, and always said yes when I needed her assistance, which was a lot.
Alex Bell, who sweat buckets while wearing the Cobalt mascot for hours on end.
Camden Butler, being the very best work experience student, doing everything to keep my class running while I was out with COVID, not to mention all the great chats.
Kieran Bradbury, who spent many years with the Edson Youth Council working to make Edson a better place.
All the girls who skipped chemistry or math to help teach the boys how to dance. Jordan, Kyla, Marissa, Taya. Shout out to Rory Quanis for being all the girls' favorite dance partner.
Deborah Yoon for being a role model for all young women in science.
Carter Mole for always providing unwarranted entertainment in class.
And let's not forget, maybe the hardest, the honesty demonstrated by Noah Warren, who had to find Miss Bunis and tell her he crashed into her car in the parking lot.
The list is endless. And just like Kristen and Jacob said, there are many more that we could name, but there just isn't time, and it is very hot. So there are many memories that we have not mentioned. For example, did you know that according to Miss Benz, Haley Bishop cannot correctly draw the number 8? Just so you know, Haley, I do it the same as you. Miss Benz does not win, and she does not get the last word. As a grad class, you've overcome online learning in grade 9, health restrictions in grade 10, and evacuations in grade 12, which actually means you escaped this place without having to write a PAT or a diploma. That's pretty awesome. But you did have to sacrifice in many other areas. 4 years of interruptions in important aspects of school, like sports and fun field trips, and learning.
This class demonstrates perseverance, strong leadership, integrity, and so many other traits that will serve them well moving forward into the future. From all the staff at Parkland, we know you will do great things in the future. We extend a huge congratulations to the grad class of 2023. Now we'll wrap this up and actually take a page out of your books using Snapchat AI to wrap this one. You've worked hard, you've made sacrifices, and you've proven you have what it takes to succeed. So here's to the graduates of 2023. May your futures be bright, your dreams be big, and your snap streaks forever unbroken.
Thank you, Mr. Visser and Ms. Wilcott. As the principal, I have the honor of giving concluding remarks. As it heats up, I'm becoming a believer in less is more. So I'm going to try and be as short and sweet with 5 simple things that I wish I'd known when I was your age. The teacher in me made a simpler acronym that will help you remember. Our school's motto is once a pacer, always a pacer, so the acronym is PACER, P-A-C-E-R. Let's start with the P. P for potential. I hope that when you leave this building, no matter how good things are or how bad things get, you realize that you have the potential to improve exponentially forever. The things that hold people back the most is their lack of self-belief. It is your job to reach your real potential as opposed to your perceived potential. As a professional working in a variety of fields, even before I landed in education, I saw many people that lacked one critical piece of success, of the success puzzle, which was that they couldn't believe or really understand their own real potential. Please don't sell yourself short. Tap into that real potential. The second letter is A for ask. Ask for what you want, and when necessary, ask for help. So many opportunities are never realized simply because we don't ask for what we want or need. I recall a student coming into my office looking for summer employment opportunities. The student wanted a corporate type position. Why not? There was a number of positions available in the manual labor field. And then there was a company called Duelta. The student took down their contact information, came back to my office an hour later, and explained they had offices in Calgary, and he was going to give them a call and ask them if they were looking for someone that would love to be part of their team. I smiled, and I wished him luck. A week later, I received a reference call from HR department at Duelta. He had the tenacity to ask for what he wanted, and he got the job. And it was literally a corporate gig. C, commit. Commit your success. Commit to your success. Commit to your promises. Commit to others. Commit to yourselves. Follow through. Be dependable to you. The respect you show yourself will be reciprocated by others. And number 4, E, embrace opportunities. Embrace the wonderful moments. Embrace the challenges that may confront you. And there's lots of them. I learned from a student that some of your biggest challenges can be your greatest gifts. The more you practice a philosophy that is based around positivity and taking healthy risks, the happier your life will be. And number 5, remember. R for remember. Remember what it took to get here. The trials, the tribulations, the challenges. Remember your friends, your teachers, your advisors, your coaches, your counselors, your family. And understand that no matter what and how difficult things get, you have all these people in your corner. I remember my first year at university, I felt like I was in a pressure cooker. I was in another country, I had a huge responsibility, and I was devastated by a lackluster performance. I didn't want to talk to my parents about it. I would just worry them. But I remember a teacher, and you guys have brought this up a number of times, but I remember actually following through with this. I called a teacher that said, call me, reach out if you need something. He reminded me where I came from, what it had taken to get there, and why I deserved to be there. That person became a tremendous support in a weekly phone call. Remember that you are amazing and you deserve success. And remember, once a pacer, always a pacer. Hey, this is the time to celebrate, so let's celebrate. The world is yours, live life to the fullest, and congratulations, Parkland Composite High School class of 2023. You've done it. So, we're all done now. I'm going to find my last page because there's a couple of notes here that I wanted to mention. Yeah, it's getting late. All right, I'll wing it. So we're waiting for our mascots here. So we're going to have our mascot escort our students out. Once they leave the gym, we'll have the time to take some pictures in the gym, on the lawn, get some fresh air, or in the Pacer Dome. So let's hear one last time a big standing ovation for our graduating class of 2023.